So I was trying to explain the omnipresence of God to my little kids. And it's funny, with little kids, you really have to boil things down to concrete metaphors that will make sense. And what kind of popped into my head was, God is like the air. He's everywhere. He's really, 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 really far, and he's really, 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 really close. He's like in our lungs. The song Elohim, Close to Me, really came out of a time of feeling emotionally disconnected from God. So here's me telling my kids, God is everywhere. He's really, really close to us. And if I'm totally honest, I wasn't feeling it. And so the song is really a declaration of faith. I use the word Elohim because it seemed to me to be the most kind of vague name for God. And Elohim, as far as I can tell, means literally God. It's like the most kind of out there name of God. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. And that out there, God created the universe-ness collides with him being so intimate and his heart being so for being with us that he would breathe his spirit into our very beings.
Surround me like the air. You're everywhere.
So I had the honor of actually co-writing this song with Maggie, Ritchie, and Linahan. We're all, passionate, opinionated creatives, and we're all coming to the same concept with different backgrounds, different ideas on stuff. Like Tyler is just this almost, I would describe him as almost like a magical piano player. And Maggie writes a lot in the country scene in Nashville. The kinds of language that she uses and the metaphors and stuff are all sort of very gritty and concrete, and this song is anything but that. It's kind of very ethereal. It's all about God being the air, like the air. I remember one time Maggie was just like, yeah, I don't like that line. And I'm like, that's my favorite line. But what's good about co-writing is it really forces you to look at like, okay, so what's the purpose of that line? Does it need to be cut? Is it not saying what we want it to say? Whereas when you're just working with yourself, like you're like, I know what I mean by that. Other people might not. It's a challenge, but it's great. It's something that's so good about co-writing. Some people might think that when you write a song, it's just like, oh, it just like drops from heaven, and that's part of the process. Yes, there's this kind of like moment that happens with God where it feels like he just gives you something for free. And then there's a process where you need to like work and use your craft to actually bring it to be a full, complete song that people will be blessed by, and asking the questions of, is this line saying what I want it to say? Like, what is the purpose of this section of the song? Benefits not just the song, but also the listener, the person who's gonna be, listening to the song. It actually draws them into the experience that the song was born out of.
Blows, Spirit, blow. You can have it all. Elohim, it's you I wanna know.
So this was another song that I was solidly convinced wasn't congregational. It's about my journey with God and struggles with this whole thing of, you're everywhere and yet I can't necessarily see you, but I can interact with you and you speak to me, and I'm like, not really sure that's for the church. And I remember I played at a friend's album launch one time and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give this a shot. It was just me on an acoustic guitar, and it was this holy moment where everybody kind of got drawn into just the awe of his majesty being so intimate with us. And I was like, oh, okay. So I tried it at Dayspring, and same kind of deal. Like I walked away just amazed, and I really feel like we're in a new day. Songwriters or creative pastors might get where I'm coming from, where there seemed to be kind of rules with songs that would work or wouldn't work in church, and it just feels to me like those rules are changing and we're exploring more themes together as a community of faith in our corporate times of worship that I've just never seen before, and it's really exciting.